Welcome to Bloodlines and Bottom Lines, where we are family, but we don't always agree. I am DJ, the baby cousin, and the baby millennial.
I'm Latifah, the little sister.
And I'm Ife, big sister, big cousin, big everything. All right, so we are reviewing the Housewives of Rhode Island. We are on reunion part 2. Okay, so it ended with Rulla talking outside of her neck and Joellen talking back at her. And I started off with, why is Rulla calling Joellen a hoe? Girl, it's about your husband. They keep talking about me. I'm confused. I keep getting thrown in the mix when we talk about stuff your husband is actually doing. Where are the lies at? I was confused. I like that one of Joe's remarks was she got a new nose and she got a new personality. And you had kind of said that. I think Tifa, you said that she's talking real big and bad now, and she won't talking none of this during the season. Where this person? You came out of anesthesia, and we got Narula.
It definitely gave that. It definitely gave where she been at all season.
Yeah, because she would have been more entertaining than the little wannabe docile. We're not gonna say too much Ruler we was getting.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about it, So then I think they had went into the part where Kelsey and Rosie were rehashing something, and so Kelsey wanted to get up to go get her little briefcase. Did y'all get a chance to see the little briefcase?
No, because
it was cute.
Real cute. I just felt like, why leave it backstage? If you was gonna bring it, and because you clearly did your research to feel like you did want to bring a briefcase. You clearly been watching Housewives of Potomac, Housewives of Atlanta, all the other housewives to know to bring some receipts, and then you leave the shit backstage.
Because at this point, I think they have taken 2 breaks. Like, girl, even if, because I get not coming out with it, right? At the beginning, you shouldn't necessarily need to pull it out yet, but we in part 2. Part 2 is usually going to get down to the nitty gritty. You should have got that. So when you went back there, you was doing your drinking out of the bottle with your straws and stuff. You should have came out with your briefcase. So then they could have been looking like, what's in the briefcase? I'll tell you later. So then I was like, I'm starting to think that Alicia don't really like Billy. Because why would she call him a stalker when he said, well, how do you mean? Well, really, he was stalking me. Like, that's not okay. Okay, the word, again, you said it before, Tifa, maybe it's a Rhode Island thing. But I'm like, the words they use for descriptions of people, like, words have meaning, and I'm going to need you to do better. You're going to call your fiance, your child's father, a stalker. Obviously, she didn't mean it in that sense of the word per se. Again, I don't want you using it to describe me ever.
Yeah.
A stalker, girl, what? It's just like, he ain't gonna be pleased with her when he hear that. He gonna be like, really? But I think he's also to the point where he just lets her roll off like, she don't know what she be talking about.
All the things you could have said he pressed me a lot. You could have said anything, but you used stalker?
Yeah, I was like, not stalker. I was like, she keep it up, she not gonna get married. He wore her down with his persistence. I was like, okay. Well, did he really? Because it's 9 years later and y'all still not married, so.
Okay.
And then I said, why is it Jane's Fonda? Like, why is it plural? I thought it was singular. I thought it was Jane Fonda, not Jane Fonda.
You know how we have to put an S on everything? Kroger.
Just like us.
I don't say I'm going to Kroger's. I say I'm going to Kroger. It's no S. No, I don't make groceries. I'm going to buy groceries. I don't do the S's. It's not me. Now, I'm not saying I speak proper most of the time, but I just was like, Jane's Fonda, she has said this a couple of times. I think she really thinks that there is an S on it. It's not. So I just was like, what?
Okay, Ife, I can't hear you.
Can't either.
You hear me now?
Yes.
If it happens again, let me know, because this mic should be getting charged up, but I have another. Oh, hold on, it's blinking. Let's just go on and switch it out. Sorry, technical difficulties. Can you hear me?
There we go. Yes.
Okay. All right. So apologize for that. This one just came off the charger, so it should be good. I guess I have to charge the other one up again. Oh Lord, my phone done moved again, y'all. So I gotta get back to where I was. They was talking about James. Oh, I was saying it would seem to me like Alicia should have educated herself a little bit about more things. It's a lot of I don't knows whenever she's asked stuff. And part of it is because it seems like she doesn't really want to know. She just wants it to be simple and easy. Well, the stuff you're asking about is not going to necessarily going to be a simple or easy thing. So everything can be simple and easy. I was like you're a housewife now who doesn't even go and pick up your daughter because it's an hour away when you have nothing else to do. Why you can't do? What are you doing? You're not spending time learning about.
Eating crackers.
That was a good. Oh Lord. Yes, I just was like, it's too much. I don't know, but I want. No. Yeah, because when he said it, I mean, we'll get to that part, but when he said it later on, like, well, I try and invite her stuff, she don't. So she's complaining about, like, I'm not involved, but you are involved. And then you say, well, my brain just, like, cuts off when he starts saying stuff because it's so boring. You need to figure that out.
And why don't you?
Like, you need
Why haven't you seen the paperwork for it? Like, why haven't you seen any of the paperwork?
because she thinks it's boring. I
Like,
think she wants something like written, maybe not quite as basic as crayon, but she wants it to be like, you have half of the house. Check box yes. Sign here. Like I think she wants something very straight point simple. And things transactions like that are just not gonna be straight point and simple like that. It's just that's not the world we're in. So I'm just like you and then he's tried to explain it to you and so he says, and you just say it's like your brain cuts off. So then he's trying, what else do you want him to do? And then you're not taking no action to learn it on your own. So now what? He says, because now it's like you're saying it accusatory, like I'm lying to you. He says that I'm in there, but I don't know. Then go look. But I'm smart, so there's that. I was like, I still don't get Kelsey why she's like hell bent on trying to prove that Rosie is being a liar. Like I don't get it. I was like, it doesn't seem like she's exaggerating. She's saying, because that was when Rosie had said, I think that's when she was trying to go get the briefcase, where she said, I've helped pay for my house or whatever. And she's like, no, you have two loans. And it's like, yeah, that's like normal. I have a construction loan and a mortgage. Like,
Girl, you're doing too much at this point. Like, who cares?
when you don't pay for shit. Like, for someone who don't pay for nothing except your car insurance, girl, you can't say shit to me. You don't know how none of it goes.
Nothing.
Okay, and you haven't. I mean, if someone showed you, she's gonna feel real stupid the first time she get there and she starts signing them papers for a house. She gonna be like, "Oh, exactly. You put money down and you're putting money toward it, but I mean, unless you're like her ex, you're not gonna just have hundreds of thousands sitting around to pay off a house. So pay for my house still doesn't mean I put money to help pay for the house, but I'm gonna still have a mortgage. Like most of us in America are gonna have mortgages. So yeah, I just was like, it just seems like you want to have an issue with her. So I was like, stop throwing stones over here when you in your glass house shattering it. Then I said,
cracks all over the house. Cracks all over the house.
All over it. It's so what about to cave in. Then they had in the back where the guys were talking because they was about to come out, and so Billy was like giving his rendition of Alicia, and I was like, oh, it was spot on. Do y'all remember that part? He's kind of like mocking her or imitating her, but he was on. He said like she comes like, oh Billy, I can't even tell you what was going on at the weekend. It was just too much, and I was like, yup. I could see her because he said, I don't know anything that happened. She doesn't tell me anything. And I could see her doing exactly that. And then 2 days later, she don't remember what happened. So she can't even tell you, well, this is what happened later. Because, sometimes it's overwhelming in the moment. But you can come back later and talk about it. I don't think she do none of that. Maybe when she fell down the stairs, maybe she hit her head. Because you don't be remembering. But as we get older,
It's the homelessness that's clouding everything.
that's what it must be.
It's so much trauma. It's so much
Like,
blackout shit.
you can't finish no thought because you back to that day and whatever year that y'all lost.
You know, that actually makes a little sense because she acts like a child in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
She just block out everything. She don't remember.
Yeah, but even like
But that homelessness.
yes, even the unwillingness to want to understand. Like I feel like she's adult. I almost wonder. I don't even think she's my age. Y'all think she's my age? Just so everybody know, our viewers, I turned the big photo today. Okay.
I don't know. I don't think
She's probably not.
I don't
It's
know.
given. Yeah, I'm like she might barely be hitting 40, maybe. Because Liz is 50 something. She said she saw her be born, which gives me. I think Liz is 56, which makes me think Liz probably was like between 7 and 10. I'm completely guessing on these ages here, but I feel like she's friends with the aunt or the mother, which makes sense. So that would mean Alicia's probably like upper 30s. She should know more than us. She's not giving. Tifa know more than us.
But she's a dodo bird. Like, I'm
She
sorry. Like, I
definitely is.
like Alicia, but it's like, girl, you are ditziest. I don't know.
Very. I mean, you giving Portia a run for her money, and that's saying a lot.
Listen.
That's saying a lot because Portia still don't be knowing what she's supposed to. So then this was the other thing. Yeah, I went back to Kelsey, and so Andy had brought up. So is it true, like you had, or how they announced how they announced her for the pageant? Like she went to the doctor for a checkup or some shit and found out she had a tumor that or yeah, she had a tumor, and if she didn't get it taken out, she could die. And she said they wanted to do surgery, and if she didn't do the surgery, that she could go blind. And she postponed the surgery to do the pageant.
I mean, it depends on when the pageant was.
It was Miss America.
Now, if the pageant was the next day or
when it was. I thought you said what it was.
No, it depends on when the pageant was. Now, if the pageant was within days or a week within the time period, I would have probably postponed the surgery too.
Yeah.
Huh? I ain't fucking around with no tumors. Get it out. What we doing? I mean, now what I would want to do, because you put money in, right? So it's not like doing pageants and stuff is cheap. You put money in your hair, your outfits, and the prep, and I think there's an entry fee. Like there's stuff campaigning. I get that part. Can all of my stuff from this year like roll into next year? Because I got a tumor like that.
No, because no,
probably not.
No,
I probably could though. Did she ask? It could have been
let me.
she don't even know.
Tell you. So I just did the hair show back in May, and I paid the entry fee and all the things.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's funeral had just happened, and I got in that car accident when I get
That's right.
Right before the show.
Okay.
As much as I wanted to quit, as much money as I spent putting together that show, I won't gonna postpone. I would have been like, all right, we just got to make do. Cause it's so like you spend so much money and put so much effort into it. All right, listen, if I fall on this stage, I fall on this stage. Y'all just got the whole, y'all just gonna have to about to wait on me.
But it wasn't just falling for her, it was she could go blind, which affects the whole rest of your life. She looked up and Lord kept the child, so she didn't even have to worry about that. But I was just like, it wouldn't have been me, but outside medical. Now, to your point, if it was, I find this out on a Tuesday, the pageants, let's say Monday, we should be okay for a week. If you talking about it's like weeks away, a month away, I ain't postponing and not going and let's get it out at ASAP. Or ask that question, how quickly can you take it out? Because if you can't do it emergently, then what we talking about? Or can we do some other things in the meantime? Is there some way to shrink it? that would work until. But yeah, I just was like, not you could have went blind if you didn't do the surgery. She almost should have kept that part to herself.
She was putting 20 on 10. She didn't make it sound more, intense than what it was.
Well, she did that. Mission accomplished. So then the other thing was they were talking about Kelsey being like supposedly being an escort. And so then one of them said, well, she pretty much said she had like someone who looks like her who hung with the people, and that's what she did. I said, well, how convenient is that? Because the twins, right? Kelsey and Rosie pretty much said the same thing. Because Rosie said, no, there's another young reporter. I guess she looked like me, and that's who was with the coach, not me. And now you're saying, well, there's another person who hung with my friends that probably is who they were talking about, but it wasn't me. I said, oh, they all have doppelgangers in Rhode Island. What did y'all think? Was y'all thinking, coincidental that you have a lookalike too?
I was rolling my eyes the whole time. Because I said, now, come on. Because the story ain't make no sense.
Yeah.
No. If you did it, it's okay. Like if you was escorting, hell, Ashley was escorting on not on Ashley. It was what's the face? What's the girl name? Mia. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Because I was like,
Mia was escorting, so hell. I thought of Ashley because
she said she was a bartender at a upscale restaurant. That is what they said.
She was a stripper. She was a stripper.
Oh yeah, at an upscale restaurant. I was like, a stripper at a restaurant? What kind of restaurant is this? See, I was reading between the lines. All right. Then this is when Joellen really started going in. So she started asking questions. She was like, so when did Brian get divorced from whoever this Spanish teacher is? And she's like, a couple of years before we got together. Okay. Well, what year was it? 2010, 2011, somewhere in there. Okay. What year did you get married? 2016. Okay. Or she said she couldn't tell her to, she was trying to get her to hone in. And then she showed the document that said, no, baby, he filed in 2011, which is after 2010, like you said, and it didn't get finalized. And we know at this rate, these divorces do be taking a minute till 2016. So I was like, ooh, it looked like, now I tell you what, you want to know who came with them receipts? Joanna was not, she did not come to play. She had all the receipts. She was ready. She had her receipts in her phone was equivalent to Monique and that binder.
Yeah.
You said a go, girl. She like, well, I got it, and she pulled it up quick. I think she had it saved in the notes. This is for this. This is when we were talking about this. I said, oh shit. What I love is Andy. He be soaking it up. He be like, let me see.
No, for real.
But when they showed it, I was like, that's hard to. What's that made up? It's court documents from the court.
That part.
You can look it up too. You want me to send you the website so you can look at? That's AI. She wants everything to be AI. No, it's your lying ass husband. That's what it is. Now I can see where he would finagle the date. Huh?
Joellen so much. Joellen, listen, I won't on Joellen's team all season. But today, on that reunion, she was ready.
She came ready. So then she was like, are y'all really married? I said, oh. And then it went to break. I said, bitch. Now I was like, is it giving Mandisi?
Well, I understood that because when we first started watching the show, I had seen something and it was like Rulla had took him from a teacher and all of that. So it was just like, girl, you should have been prepared for this to come up. All this, I don't know, you ain't trying to answer. I don't have to tell you that. But this conversation could be done with a fucking date. May 17th, 2016, bitch, now what?
That part. Yeah, because she was looking up to the side too much like, oh, I hope the date I say ain't the date. It was given. Rulla was caught off guard, like, oh shit, what? Did I get married to him? Now, to the point, like, if they are officially married, then no, you can't be married to two people at the same time in the state of, well, in most states, unless Rhode Island allows polygamy, then you could be. So that would be interesting to find out. But I just was like, ooh. Yeah, and I was waiting for the date too, girl. When did y'all get married? Like, yeah, why are you like fumbling with your date? You don't know when your anniversary is? 9.5, 10 years. Which one is it? 9.5 different from 10 years. And again, just say the date because she didn't want to say your date. That was different. Because then she had said something that made me think, did y'all not get married? I don't know. It was given that they did some marital thing before he did finish getting it because she said, well, we get blessed by the priest or something. I was like, and not that that's wrong or anything, because obviously every religion does something different, but we mean official. Like in the court, what's the date you use? And I think that's where there may be some discrepancy. Probably the date we filed for a marriage ain't the day we done said our I do's and got blessed. It probably was before the 2016 because, again, Joellen came with the receipts and was like, and weren't you pregnant before? Because how old is your child? I'm thinking, girl, they was not ready for you. I ate it up. Yeah, bitch. Because I was like, they was playing in your face and you said, I'm not. So yeah, I was like, she just been a little skittish on the dates and I needed her to do better. So then the guys came out. Because yeah, I don't think the guys were out yet for that conversation. So then the guys came out and Andy wanted to ask Billy about, so did you really wait 1.5 years? And then he want to give TMI. Well, these hands got a lot of work. Don't touch me. I'm not giving you no handshake. Don't hand me no food. Because now I'm going to envision what your hands, how recently were you doing this? No, I was like, oh, that's too TMI. No, we don't want to know that. We can know it, but not, you don't have to say it. You say, I took care of myself. Okay. People switched their moves where they are. Hopefully DJ come back. All right, so I said, what do y'all think? Oh, it's fine. So I had wondered, what did y'all think Kelsey meant when she said, well, I think once I say the word that he'll drop. What y'all think she meant by that? So when she was referring to Billy, like, yeah, y'all together, like, are the plans for marriage and a kin? She was like, I'm ready, he'll drop.
On his knee? It's a proposal.
That's what you meant, drop on the knee? Okay, what you thought?
The proposal already happened, right?
No. We're talking about Kelsey and Bill.
Okay.
So Andy has said, so the plan is like marriage and kids, right? So like, and she was like, well, not right now, but I think when I'm ready, he'll be ready to drop.
I think so.
You thought it meant drop on one knee?
Yeah. That
ain't where my brain went. I thought it meant like drop a deposit. So the baby part could come.
Like they just happened. They just got together officially. Like they just started. For real.
Yeah, no. I don't think anybody was rushing that. My question was more of the semantics. So that's why I was like, well, what y'all think she meant by drop? Because I was thinking like drop a load off, like, so that we had a baby part.
I mean, either way.
I mean, I think it was a double entendre.
Very much so.
But yeah, it was just funny because then it became a discussion like, what did you mean by dropping? So there was like, most people thought knee, dropping one knee. And I was like, oh, that does make sense too. And the other half was like, no, I thought it meant drop like give me a baby. So I'm like, see, there was a little mixed meaning there. All right. But then I think that's when, so the guys, of course, were out at this point, and then the conversation. Okay. I'm so over Brian, y'all. I was, of course, over him during the season. I thought he was going to come and redeem himself some. We was going to get some answers. I don't know why I thought that. When he came out and said, it's a fucking lawsuit, an NDA, and then this nigga couldn't say shit most of the time. Even Vince was laughing, and Vince was half watching. And he laughed later on the episode when he was like, if you would just say when it stops, that will answer the question. And I can't say that because of the NDA. I was like, this why you came out here. Because you just wanted to you didn't make her look foolish enough. So let's add to it. I mean, she's already doing a good job of making herself look foolish, but you add to it. But it was like her looking back, like, well, Brian, he just keeps leaving her out to dry. Like she's deferring to him, and then he just dropped the ball, or I won't say he reneges, but he'll just say something that's just like counter to what it seems like he's told her privately, and then you kind of keep her with egg on the face, like she keep looking like, well, I didn't know that. You keep letting him do this to you.
I watched this the whole time. You see how Tifa's face looked? You see how her face looked? That's exactly how I watched it the whole
Because it's
time.
ridiculous. Like, y'all are a waste of space. You gave that thing the whole season, and then you come here with a new nose, feeling yourself, and you still not ready. You still not ready for these questions. Oh, you didn't know. You didn't tell me that he's been not telling you stuff. You don't even know when you got fucking married. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing.
Not a damn thing. Because she looked like she was happy when Liz was like, right, they called you, and he was like, well, no, actually a friend called. So you see her face like, I told you. And he was like, and put Brian on the phone. He was like, see, Liz was right. It was Brian's ass. And I was just like, every time he just be making you look stupid.
When I tell you Joe Ellen was ready down to the pocketbook, down to the purse.
Yes.
This was her redemption.
Yeah, she was not. When they was like, well, why are you going so hard? Because you called me a liar. And I'm showing you lied where. Show me where the lies are. I done lied not one time. I thought you were a girl's girl. I was until you made me not a girl's girl. I don't want to be a girl's girl to you because you don't want a girl's girl. You want a shut the fuck up person, and that ain't me. Not it. Yeah, when she said the bag number and when he said again, we can't discuss it, I'm like, bullshit. Ain't no way all of this is in the NDA.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. You just said you might as well. I guess I'm saying I have an NDA is better than saying plead the fifth because you just said it for everything. And then again, Rulla can't say shit, but then kind of saying something. Oh, but I can't say it.
Yeah.
What? Just was so annoyed with that whole situation. Like, girl, you can't say shit. He can't say shit. So let me see. I said, okay, the NDA, that they were catching Rulla in lies. Because that was when she said, well, I didn't say we were going to the hospital. Show a clip. We're going to go to the hospital. Something else. Is he over at the hospital? No, Brian's over at the hospital with his mom and dad. It's a hospital twice. And then you try to throw a dig yet again at Joellen. Well, because when my kids see me, I don't think your kids do that, or they start crying and they just miss me so much. And I was like, the shade of it. I've been trying to talk about me as a mother, talking about. Did y'all catch that part when she was like, because remember they had said they was going. It sounded like to see the mom and dad supposedly because she was sick. I thought that was bullshit from the beginning. It didn't make no sense. Because even when they said it's like she wasn't feeling well, but they didn't give no details, and I just was like, why would she be going to the hospital for that? And if you're the medical person, you should be asking some more questions.
She know what it is. Honestly, I feel like y'all have an open relationship, and maybe it's a religious thing. Maybe that's frowned upon in y'all family, but because even when the mom got sick, I could see her saying, "I'm going with him." As they're driving, all of a sudden, Dad probably called. Oh, you know what? She's feeling a little better, or some shit like that, and y'all probably didn't even go because he wasn't.
It definitely was given that you didn't go because then y'all came
back blind, and you done stepped all in the middle of this shit. You knew he had something to do, but you trying to prove something to them when, like I said, y'all live in a small state, a very small town apparently, and everyone already knows the damn tea. If you don't want to talk about it, don't. But it's you trying not to address anything. And then it's, oh, I'm stressed. Like, I was in the bed 14 days straight. Like, you up his ass because you have a problem with what he's doing. But that's what a lot of women do. You're not fine with stuff when you get in these marriages, but you
Talk
trying to
about it.
submit. You trying to submit. And what is hitting you? With egg on your face every goddamn episode we watched this season.
Every single one. Yes, everyone. Yeah, because I think he did a horrible job of refuting that story with, and you was in this call day, and then something about the lotion for why the ring was off. No. I put my lotion. Now, I will take a ring off and I put it in my lap, the lotion, and then I put it right back on. And for gel in my hair, I keep my rings on, and then I do this thing called wash my hands.
Yeah, like you was too busy trying to see what he was doing. You're popping up at the office, all kind of stuff. Like any other time, it probably would have been sweet, cute if it was anybody else. Because nobody else is having these problems, honey. Everybody else, marriages and relationships is fine.
Yeah, that is true.
Ain't nobody having no issues. But y'all, and I know it sucks for the men because all of them get along.
Yeah, yeah.
All of them
Yeah.
get along. You know, and I do feel like, you know, with Joellen, it did start off seeming like, girl, like you could have told her in private.
Yeah.
And but she was trying to look out. But you know, some people you can't do that. You
Apparently, she one of them.
baby, you like it, I love it.
That
And that's
part.
it. Like that's it.
Now, I like that Joel said, well, yeah, because he said, I was like, did you gag when you heard that? I thought that shit was funny. I said, I know. I definitely chuckled. I said, now she smell like garlic. Her butt smell like garlic. And then Andy chimed in, butts don't smell good. What? Where's this conversation? I was just like, okay.
I like garlic a lot. Damn.
Yeah, that's right.
I put garlic in everything.
Oh, man. So yeah, I just was like, and Brian looking stupid again. Here go Rulla looking stupid again too. I said, I'm gonna just dig in if you calling me a liar and I'm not. I just don't get them. And I kind of don't want them to be on the show next year because why? Because he's just gonna keep lying. She's just gonna keep with that, and I feel like she's, I won't say stuck in it, but meaning I think it's gonna be hard to pull away from her persona without that scandal piece being part of it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be hard to like redirect. So like, I'm good without you. I'm glad you got a new face. Maybe you can get you a new boo. I don't know, but I just don't understand. He couldn't. Why you can't answer? When did it end? It seems like it would give you peace of mind. It would shut the cast up because you can't say it for the NDA. Why? It's been over for a while because it's probably not over.
It's probably not over, and he can't put no dates on it because then that bitch's brain, that's when the brain gonna start working. That's when you gonna start putting some shit together, like, you feel what I'm saying? That's when you be like, so
he was pulling some extra shifts,
so
just some extra surgery.
like, again, this man telling you he going to the gym. You feel what I'm saying? And Joe Ellen's like, now do he look like he goes to the gym because he down?
He down.
He doesn't.
Really gonna.
What are you doing, honey? What are you working out? Like,
yeah.
come on, man. Like,
and then especially now when you admit on top of that you microdosing for the GLP, it just was like, yeah, no. It's just, yeah. I just literally was laughing. I put he can't speak on anything, of course not. So I just was definitely over it. And then who was one of them chimed in and said, well, he keeps continuing to put it in her. I said, oh, did y'all catch that?
I screamed.
I said, oh, but they needed to have had some subtitles so you could catch what everybody was saying because there were so many digs that were funny, but I caught that. I said, oh, that shit is funny. I just said, why is Brian on the reunion show? He supposedly can't talk on anything. So what was the point? You just should have stayed home.
What's the girl that cried a lot? And I can't.
Ashley.
Ashley. All she could do.
She was gonna say something. She was like, yeah, don't even dip in the child. Never mind. That was she had a good self edit. Yup. No, don't interject at all. There's no helping. They don't want to be hurt.
Because she tried.
She did. She said, I noticed that too. She said, never mind. And then I didn't like, again, he just keeps doing more and more like little digs. It took me being away from her for 4 weeks to realize how much I loved her, missed her. This man, I never say no shit like 4 weeks to realize you miss and love me. It's giving, so you didn't miss me or love me when you was around all the time. I wanted to she catch that. I was just like, you should have been looking at him sideways like, well, did you just say it took 4 weeks? It should took you 4 hours, okay? And been like, oh. But I was like, but why is Joellen rolling her eyes about Rulla hurting? But at this point, she probably feel like she faking. So it's like, you should have been knew all of this. Ain't no way. But she did roll her eyes. We getting toward the end now. So at the very end, you know, they went around and everybody said like what they either wish they could do different or what like their ending notes were. Here go Alicia. The sky. I just don't like the sky on my face. They was like, that's your ending note? Yeah, I just don't like seeing it. Just was like, she just be disappointed, man. I want her to do better. So hopefully she'll do better. But did you like the mask that they gave Andy?
I did.
I thought
that was so. I like that it was sentimental. It was like, cause you're the king, and they did the little shells, and it looks like. I was like, oh, that is so cute. So I definitely think you should put it in the clubhouse, especially because it kind of helps to memorialize their end of their first season as Rhode Island. So I was like, yeah, that is pretty cool. So did we miss anything? Otherwise, we're about to rate that thing this episode.
No, not really. I don't think so.
All righty. So y'all want me to go first, or one of y'all gonna go first for what you rated this reunion part 2?
Hey.
Right. So that's pretty good for you. Okay. What'd you give it, DJ?
I was entertained. Joellen got me. She done swayed me.
Okay, so what'd you give it?
I think it get 8.59 is what it.
So I was gonna give it a 7.5 first, but I gave it an 8 because I said Joellen came with the receipt. So that's what gave it. So then the other thing I wanted to see what you guys had is, so we've been rating the episodes. What would you rate the season as a whole? I'm giving it an 8 as a whole, the whole body of the season, including the reunions and everything. 8 out of 10 for me for the season.
The season was good. I thought the season was pretty good. Now, you know, it took me a little minute to get with the white people, but it was cute. It was real good. I would give it an 8.
Okay. And how about you, Tifa? What would you give the season as a whole, this inaugural season for Housewives of Rhode Island?
Give it the same. I would give it an 8. I really enjoy for this to be a new franchise. I cannot remember the last time I have watched a franchise from,
yeah,
the first episode. And they came with it.
They definitely did. So I hope they get a season 2.
They are currently filming. I actually was watching the videos today. Liz will not be in season 2.
No.
Liz got I be watching other people on YouTube.
Okay, me too, girl. Me too.
Yeah, and so I had read something a while ago. Liz is caught up in some drugs, something. It's got something to do with the friend.
I'm not surprised.
Husband.
I'm not surprised.
You mean Dina?
Yes. It's got
I thought you was meaning the chick that was on the show that they was doing the menopause gummies, not
not the male friend. he's got some stuff going on. I guess Liz's name could possibly in it. I think it's just going to be a lot for her dealing with it, going through the court and stuff. So she probably was like, hopefully, once it's over, we can get her back though. Because I was kind of sad when I heard that earlier. Like,
yeah, I mean, she definitely is a big personality and big energy, but certainly she would not fare well if she got some other stressor going on. She gonna bite everybody head off. So you go ahead, stay over there and deal with that. So that will be interesting to see who, if they get someone else to be on there, who it will be. But yeah, definitely feel like yes, season 2, bring it back. You can maybe leave Ruler over there, like I said too. So we can get 2 new ones. We fine with that. But I did enjoy it.
Tomato. We do not want Ruler back. Cause what you gonna bring next season? More nothing.
More
Like
of that.
more sickness.
More of that. I want to fix it because I can't with that lip up there. I don't like it. So
it might settle. It might have settled by then. Her face might have settled by the time.
We won't find out.
That part. It's enough for me. I don't want it. Okay. So Andy, if you're listening, we don't want it.
Right.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Peace out.
Hold up.
No, peace out. Take it back.
We did not mention it's Ife's birthday.
I mean, I technically did mention it a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, but we ain't give you a full on happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. That's why I got y'all new hair and everything for my birthday.
Also, too, T for the new set is giving what it's supposed to give.
Look, I've been ripping and running all day. I was telling Ife, I said, child, we just gonna do it in the car so you can get back to the shenanigans for your birthday.
But the new set on the hands.
She talking about your nails. She said, look, she took some inspiration from my nails. Did you know that? Did you know you did similar?
There you go, jocking me again, child.
Boo, these been on my nails for 2 weeks.
Whatever.
So little sis copy big sis. All right. Love y'all. Peace out.
Bye.